Greetings, listeners, and welcome to another action-packed episode of Eberron Adventures, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. Join us as we take a journey and go on adventures with our favorite students from Windshire University. Lucar, a halfling sorcerer with wild magic that comes from his patron. Sibling? Patron? Well, anyway, her name's Astrid. Skogar, a half-orc bounty hunter with a passion for map-making and painting. But not painting portraits, more like fences and walls. But maybe he has a secret or two of his own. Azuri, a Kalashtar cleric hiding from the dreaming dark. Kashan, a changeling that is a roguish paladin with his own agenda. Lissa, a human wizard who is into mage breeding and has a familiar named Bigwing. And last but not least is Velma, a half-elf rogue who has an investigative streak and a dark magic dagger. So join us as we listen to these adventurers as they work through their studies and their extracurricular activities to, dare I say, become heroes? Let's pick up where we left off.
All right, welcome back to, what are we doing? Oh yeah, it's Eberron Adventures, Windshire University. We are in year 2. This is session 7 of year 2, so it's pretty exciting. When we last left our stalwart, I'll use that one this evening, band of heroes, if you can be called that, probably more like band of students for the time being. You were en route to Shadukar, and you were, let's say, slightly distracted by some figures that came from out of the woods and sort of got in front of you and your destination. And I believe Kashan, you were kind of leading the way of the group, so to speak. And so there was an individual that pretty much came out of the trail, and you did see figures behind them, but you weren't sure quite how many. And they said, "Hey, so give us all your valuables, all your belongings, whatever you want." Or you what? You forgot to level up, did you?
Yeah. That's all right. I'll do it in downtime. It's all good.
We were supposed to level up?
No,
No,
not
not we.
Just him.
just Kashan.
I haven't leveled up for a long time, just an FYI. Like a long time, if you know what I mean.
I think I do. I think I do know what you mean.
After all, you are the man with the master plan.
I hear what you're throwing down. And this figure comes out and says to you, Kashan, yeah, give us all your valuables, whatever we want to take, or else you're all dead.
What do you don't know who I am? You don't know I'm Nikki Three Fingers' cousin? That's how you're going to do with this? I mean, I know it's been a while, but man, Nikki Three Fingers runs this joint, right? You guys aren't going rogue on Nikki Three Fingers, are you?
Roll persuasion.
Okie dokie. That is a 13.
Yeah, not sure I know who this Nikki Three Fingers person is you're talking about. Like I said, just give us what we want and you get to pass and live.
Listen. I guess, yeah, like you probably don't want to meet Nikki Three Fingers if this is the way you're going to be running around here and, threatening me and my friends. I don't know who you think you are, why you think you are, but, I'm going to give you this warning and I'm going to let you go now. So why don't you take a hike, go back to, whatever rock you've crawled under, crawled out from, crawl under that rock. Make sure Nikki Three Fingers never finds out about you, and make sure you never see me again. All right.
So as you kind of as you say that and sort of chuckle as you're saying it with this bravado, this guy, he puts one hand to his belt, and you see him start to slowly pull out a sword. And then you see, and then with his other hand, he snaps his fingers, and 3 other figures come from out of the woods and come in like alongside of him. And if you could all please roll for initiative. Lucar, you will be rolling for Astrid as well.
It's 23 for Kashan.
Dang.
Yeah.
I've already cast Mage Armor, by the way.
I'm not trying to be
Heard.
I'm not trying to be deceptive. I was trying to be intimidating.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. No,
Feel free
you
to
said persuasion. It's all good. You're
Feel
fine.
free to correct me next time. By
Oh,
all
I will.
means.
Don't worry.
I would expect no less from a McGurr brother.
Right?
Missouri is the slowest creature in this part.
Velma has 20.
Way to go.
And by the way, those 3 fingers are not Nikki's. They're trophies.
See, Velma knows.
What did Azuri get?
2.
Ooh. Man, you're really living up.
Whoa, how'd you get balloons?
Balloons.
Apparently, it's a feature Apple bakes in, and if you do certain hand gestures, you can get them. I think there's other ones. Are there other ones?
Just loves us.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it was. I got it to
Oh
go.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Kind of funny, actually.
Sean, what did you get?
Lucar got a 17,
Okay.
and Astrid also got a 2.
All right.
Let's,
You're as fast as a puppet, Missouri.
I got a 16.
Okay. Skogar.
15.
All right. You guys are hitting the high end. That's good stuff.
Most of us.
Yeah. I mean, that's good enough. I'm sure you'll make short work of these guys and there'll be no problem. And there's no underlying anything to this battle by any means.
It's just a random grind out this
rando encounter. Like if this was a video game, the screen would have spun around and you'd be showing up on either sides of it, with your stuff at the bottom, and
we'd be all pissed off because we were actually trying to get into town, and
exactly.
it's like,
right. It's so Final Fantasy, that's
Nice.
you're like, oh my god, I was so close to the town, I was so close, and then the fucking screen spins, and you're just like, son of a bitch. I gotta write all these other people down. Give me 1 second. There's a lot of you on this one.
Or you're happy to have a random battle because you're trying to grind up 3 more levels before you
exactly. But at that point, you're walking in a zigzag on the map, and then they don't, and then the random encounters don't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? John, you're having too much fun with your effects over there.
I'm learning these right now.
It's really losing something. It's going to lose something over audio. Just saying. But no, that's pretty freaking cool, man.
We'll do.
I'd like it. It'd be great if
confetti falls on John's screen.
Yeah, it'd be great if Nixon came up behind you when you did that. It's like,
I'm not a cook.
all right, so as I'm continuing to write down everybody and when they pop up in the order, let's see. Okay, so Kashan, you can go first. So right now, the main guy, we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if we visualize and do theater of the mind here, you've got one that's right in front of you, maybe about 10 feet away from you, and then the other 3 are sort of just kind of semicircled a little bit behind that leader, if you will.
All right. Well, so using the old ring of Misty Step, I'm going to Misty Step right behind this guy. And then I'm going to double hand longsword stab him.
Oh, nice. All right. Do it.
That's a, let's see here, 22 to hit him.
And this is the main guy you're behind him?
Yeah, the dude that I was, talking to.
Okay. So realize if you're the opportunity to retcon here, if you're behind him, that means you'll be kind of sandwiched in the middle of all of them.
I understand that.
Okay. Just making sure you are aware. That is a hit.
All right. That's going to be 14 points of damage to him.
Ooh, nice. Nicely done. You may just make short work of these guys after all. Velma, it is your turn.
I will shoot the sword out of his hand. The leader.
Okay. Out of the
This is lethal
first bad
damage,
guys?
so if his hand comes off, that's fine.
Yeah, bring it.
But I'm.
Let's do it.
Doing it. Does a crit hit?
A crit, like a nat 20? Or a crit?
Yes.
Or
That's
yes,
25 to hit.
that hits.
That was. We do max plus 14.
Okay.
14 force damage on his sword hand.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
and I get the sneak attack too, because
Yeah.
that was additional 6 force damage. So 20 force damage altogether.
Yeah. This guy, and this is with your hand cannon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he like as it hits his hand, and because you rolled a nat 20, I'm gonna just roll a quick die and see if he holds on to his weapon or not. He drops his sword to the ground, and he's like, what the fuck? He's like, what the hell was that? God.
Feels like a bunch of bees stung your hand, doesn't it?
And he's like, oh, it's gonna be more than that stings you soon enough. And and then it is his turn, and he is going to, let me put them over here. All right. So he's going to so he's going to look at you, and he waves his hand in this unique, like, kind of weird pattern, and it starts to create like this circle, like this like holographic sort of circle in the air, and then you hear his voice whispering, in madness you serve me, in madness you serve me, and I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Is this a charm?
Maybe.
Because I have advantage against charm.
It is a charm. So go ahead. Roll with your
Okay,
advantage.
the first roll was 11. The second roll was less than that. It's only
Okay.
6.
So
I guess I'm in madness.
yeah, so like you kind of, your eyes roll up, and as you roll up, you can just catch out of the tops of your eye this like glowing crown that starts to form itself around your head, and it's cast Crown of Madness on you. So now your next turn, you will be acting on behalf of this guy.
Okay.
So let me just mark that on my sheet so I don't forget. All right, then the other one of the other guys, who is, we'll call him number 2. He's in that little semicircle, and he just pulls out a sword and tries to stab you, Kashan. Let's see. So he's going to he's actually got, it's a great sword. So he pulls this thing out, and he goes to attack twice. A 23 to hit.
Yeah.
And a 25 to hit.
No.
All right, and that is going to be that is going to be a total of 23 slashing damage.
Well, that sucks.
And the guy says, he said, give us your money, give us your valuables, you could stay alive. And,
okay, at this point, I probably do want to give him my money.
And Lucar, it is your turn. Get in there.
No, I will not get in there. I will.
Metaphorically speaking.
Oh, metaphorically speaking.
Yeah.
I will
Get in
take
the
two
action.
steps. I will take 2 steps backwards away from the bad guys,
Yes.
and then I will shoot a ray of frost at one of them.
Okay. So
And cast a. Go ahead.
the one that casts a spell, you said?
Nope. Go ahead and say what you're
Okay.
going to say.
So I was going to say number one is the one that casts a spell on Velma. Number 2 is the one that just attacked Kashan.
Was there a third one as well?
There's 4 total.
Okay. Well, I'll take those 2 because I'm going to shoot a ray of frost at number 1 that is casting a spell, but then I'm going to use a sorcery point to twin the spell.
Got it.
And shoot one at each one of them. But I can't talk anymore. So on the first one, it is a 14 to hit, and on the second one, it is 11 to hit. So I have a feeling that I wasted my twin sorcery.
Oh yeah, those just go. Shoo, shoo.
Hey,
Astrid,
how about a wild magic? And I'm okay.
did you pass it?
Yes.
Okay. As you miss, Astrid's like, "It's okay, man. It's all right. Get your head in the game. It's cool. We got this. It's fine. We're gonna kick these guys' asses. These guys suck."
Yeah, I'm not worried about it at all. Thanks for
like
thanks for the pep talk, Astrid.
She's like, they're loser ex bone knights. They got issues.
Easy with the language there, Astrid. Try to keep this
they're what now?
PG show.
What was that, Astrid?
No,
I feel like you just dropped some useful information.
She says they're former loser bone knights.
I don't know what that means, but cool.
So yeah, it is. With that, it's Lissa's turn.
All right. Lissa's gonna stand her ground, and then she's gonna shout, "Big Wing, attack that guy!" And she points at the guy who cast the spell.
Okay.
So Big Wing will swoop in, and he's going to try to do a beak attack.
Do it.
That's a 21 to hit.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, that hits.
All right, for 7 piercing damage. So he gets a good chunk out of that guy's arm, and then he reaches in to scratch with his talons. That's a 15 to hit.
Birds have talons. That is a miss.
Okay.
So Big Wing's just like, oh, this guy's like, what the hell? What's this weird hippie bird doing? And then the talons come in and just basically whiff. And he's just like, he's managing to, let me just double check and make sure. Okay, no. Not concentration based, believe it or not.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Yeah, so all right, so that's your turn. Nicely done. And Skogar, what are you up to?
Skogar's gonna run in, but if you don't mind, like how are the other two? Are they like near each other? Did they go up?
Yeah. So they're all in this. So you got the one guy in the center, right, in the front, and then there's 3. So it's like if you looked at it from up above, it would look like a cone, right? Like cone type shape.
So the one, I guess if Kashan's in the middle, I guess he goes up to the one outside of him, if he can get to it, that is.
Because there's one. So you can get to either the one that attacked Kashan on this side, or the one that's over here on this side.
The other one so he has 2 of them probably in melee if they're around him, but closest guy to him.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's
just say the number. So number 1 is the one in the front. Just say 2, 3, or 4. That's how we'll keep track.
Okay, cool. So he'll go to the number 2 then, I guess.
Okay.
And swing down the great sword. For a 15 to hit.
That is a miss, unfortunately.
Okay. Takes another swing as a same exact number.
So okay, yeah, nice try. And there's a guy as you swing and miss, this guy just looks at you and he says, he points at you and says, "You'll be the next one. You'll be the next one to die after this one." And he points back at Kashan, and then it is the one in the middle is also going to take its sword out and swing at you, Kashan, because you're right smack dab in the middle of it. And with 2 swipes, we've got a 10. No, I'm sorry, a 12 to hit.
Nope.
And a 25 to hit.
Can I say nope?
No, I don't think so. Sorry. And sorry, bro. That's 16. That's 16. Wait, no, sorry, not that much. It's 13 slashing damage.
All right. Can I level up really quick before I go down? No, I'm down. So
okay. So you guys see Kashan bite it. And we are now so the last guy of the group, the last bad guy, he actually pulls out a bow, and he takes aim at Velma, and he's going to basically let loose 2 arrows on you, Velma. Okay. And a 16 to hit.
I believe that hits.
Okay. I know an 8 does not. And that's going to be for max damage of 9 piercing for you.
Okay.
And then Lucar,
do I get a saving throw?
Oh, that's right. For the spell, you mean?
Yes.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me read rules here. To make a melee attack against creatures, no, because it just says on your subsequent turns you must use your action to maintain control over the target.
That's for the guy who's casting it.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Broken if I take damage.
It doesn't say anything about that you take any damage. Like if you take damage on it, which is interesting that it doesn't even have anything about that at all. So for now, we'll assume that you're still charmed. So it's a pretty solid. I mean, it seems like a pretty solid spell.
Yep.
But it's very basic in what it can do, because it's really like this character. The character has to use its action to basically control you. So if it chooses to do something different, then the spell
he has to tell me what to do. It's
correct.
Not
then the spell
me just being charmed and under his sway.
Right. Then the spell breaks. Correct. So if he doesn't even command you to do something, then you can. If he doesn't make you do something, you can do whatever you want. Like that's what's very strange about the spell. But so yeah, Lucar, check the little private message I sent you. It's really not a big deal.
You're right. It's not a big deal. I'm not that offended.
Throw that out there. I didn't think so. I had a feeling it was more of the environment you were in, maybe.
No, not even that.
Oh, okay. Azuri.
Azuri is gonna start
bring the heat. Bring the heat, Azuri. Bring the heat.
Gonna start with a bonus action, healing word on Deshaun here. That is a D4 plus. That's a D4 plus my spell casting, which is I think 5. So you get 6 hit points? 6? Let me double check that. It should be in here. I think it's 6 points of healing. Okay. Right. And then he will pull out his Warhammer.
Okay.
And with one arm, move over as close as can he get over to where Kashan is?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are all within you're within 20 feet. I mean, this is a pretty close quarter type deal. The one guy that shot the arrow, he's far enough away to really constitute a ranged attack.
All right. Well, then I'm moving over to where Kashan is and taking a swipe with this warhammer here. Moving over so that I'm next to where Kashan is laying on the ground, coughing up blood.
Okay. You don't want to use your staff?
No, I'm gonna. Well,
Okay.
maybe I should have. With the warhammer, that's a crit fail.
Oh man! So you just whiff on that guy, and he's just like, and he just goes, oh, it's like, oh, now you're number 3 that's gonna die. And that's your
Too
turn.
worried about healing.
And Astrid's like, she's like kind of like hopping next to you, Lucar. She's just like kind of bouncing. She's like, put me in, coach. Put me in. He's like getting all excited.
Yeah, I would imagine that she's gonna run in and jump on the one that was on Kashan
Sure.
and do a chill touch.
Oh heck yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Feel this necrotic damage.
She's like, you bone knights are stupid, and she just like has her hand out, like leaping with her hand out.
I got 23 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit. And this is on number. Is this on the one on Kashan? You said?
Yeah, the one that put Kashan
Okay.
down.
Yeah. Perfect.
I think it's 9 points of damage.
Great.
All of a sudden, my computer screwed up and I can't see her spell sheet anymore. But I think that's right.
Sounds good. Well, if it's more, if it's a
yeah,
if
but
it's a
I think that's
amount,
right. I think it's 2d8.
Yeah, because her level's kind of high, if I recall, too.
Yeah.
Okay. 'Cause she is rather powerful. We are back at top of the order, and Kashan, you're alive, so you can do something.
Very cool. I will make with Stabby, but this time I'm going to pull out a dagger along with the longsword.
Okay.
And do it my way.
Is this a 1-2 kind of deal?
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
And I'm with, like, Zuri came up, right, to help out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he did.
I'm right next to you.
Very good. Very good. All right. Well, that's a 10 with the longsword. But this
is on the one that attacked you, right?
No, this is the main guy still.
Okay. Got it.
That's a 22 with the dagger.
That is a hit.
And that's going to be it's going to be 12 points of damage.
Nice.
And then I will use my bonus action to disengage, and then I will head back towards the rest of my compatriots back there.
Okay.
Especially away from guy with the big sword.
That's fair. Probably a wise move. So you're able to do that, so you take no opportunity attacks.
Oh, I'm sorry. That should have been not 12 points of damage. It should only have been 7 points of damage. My apologies.
Okay, got it. Thank you. So Velma, we are back to you, and this is what I'm unclear of. So if within this spell, it's saying that it's supposed to use its action to tell you what to do, but your turn is before it in initiative. So I feel like it would tell you what to do.
What did it tell me last round?
And then just not. So it's just going to say, oh, that's a good point. It would just say attack.
Because I'm supposed to use my reaction to do what I'm commanded. Is that correct?
Yeah, it would just say, let's see. The charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. That you meaning me.
Okay, that's a regular charm. Okay.
Yeah. It has told you. It has told you that you need just attack one of your compatriots, one of your companions. It's like, I don't care.
Who's closest?
I don't care. Attack one of them. Let's see. It's not Azuri. It's not Kashan. It's Lucar, Skogar, Alyssa. So Let's say you're 1 to 2, Skogar, you're 3 to 4, Lukar, you're 5 to 6. Lissa, sorry, it's you. I rolled a 2. So, yeah, you're attacking Lissa, Thelma.
Melee attack, so.
Yep.
That's basically a miss.
What would you roll? Hold on now.
Hold on.
A little more details, please.
All right. I'm using a dagger.
Okay.
Say, nothing personal, girlfriend. And that is a... Ooh, I rolled a 2, so that's 6 total.
All right. So yeah, that's for sure a miss. And let's see. So Lukar, I saw your message. Thank you. So you miss, and then number 1 is, so the leader guy, he's just mad because things aren't working out his way.
I'm using my bonus action to disengage from Lissa.
So as you disengage, number 1 he swings back. He swings back in the direction of Azuri, and who's nearby, and with a dagger in his hand. So immediately the spell that's on you ends, Thelma, because his anger is superseding the spell casting for him. And he's going to take a swipe at you, Azuri, with a dagger, and does a dirty 20. I'm assuming hits you.
Oh yeah.
All right. It is going to be 6 slashing damage.
Okay.
As he slashes your upper midsection, and he's just like, curse! This wasn't supposed to go this way. You were supposed to just give us your valuables and move on. You'll have to learn the hard way now. And it is one of his compatriots who's next to number 2, who's next to you, Azuri, is also going to attack you.
I'm there too.
Skogar. So he's going to do a sword on. Thank you, Skogar. He's going to do one sword swing on each of you now. So dirty 20 on the great sword swipe for Azuri, and a 8 for Skogar. So Skogar, I'm assuming that's a miss.
Yeah.
12 slashing for you, Azuri. And we are at Lukar. Your turn.
Yes. I will try the Ray of Frost again, and I will try to twin it again on 1 and 2. I rolled badly again. Those are 2 misses.
Man. Astrid's like, all right, Luke, I know you can do it. I know you can do it, man. I believe in you.
Don't forget the wild magic.
Yeah. Did you roll that?
Oh, shit. Natural 20. I can roll good on that.
Nice. Nice. All right, so that's your turn. Lissa, you're up.
All right. I'm gonna keep attacking number one
Okay.
guy. And this time Lissa will do a firebolt on him.
Okay.
Ooh, never mind. The firebolt shoots over his head into the forest. That was like a 6. But Big Wing still has his command.
Yes, give me 1 second.
What? Oh, he's talking to lab people. Big Wing's gonna keep following him and try his beak and talon attack again.
Okay.
So that's a 14. I think that misses.
It misses.
And then he swings in with his talons with a 23.
Oh, that is a hit. And this is which one? Number 1, number 2?
I
3,
think
4?
it was number 1. Number
Okay.
1. Yep.
Yeah, you hit number 1 for sure.
All right, so that is 14.
Dang. 14 damage?
Yes.
Holy cow.
But he digs in deep with his talons.
Yeah, that's brutal. This guy, he just screams. He just screams this blood-curdling scream. And just like raging angry. And it is Skogar. It's your turn.
Skogar, now that he's been sitting there studying and hopefully finds a weakness, as he kind of draws down his sword on his back as he's swinging it.
Okay.
Luke, or not Lucar. Oh my God, same exact roll. Rolled three nines in a row. And one more shot. Lower.
Man. So it's just like
Skogar kind of backs up, looks at his sword, realizes, grips it better.
it's like switches up the grip on the hilt, right?
Yeah. Almost like he's at a batting cage. He's like, what's going on here?
So the third guy steps in, like he steps in and just goes for a stab motion with the greatsword at you, Skogar. And misses with an 8, and then proceeds to try to just like kind of like finesse it into a swing on you, and I'm assuming misses with a 13.
Yeah.
Okay. He's just like as he misses you, and it is going to be the last bad guy. He gets to go. He's going to ready arrows, and he's going to shoot 2 arrows at you, Lucar. And that's going to be for a dirty 20 to hit on one. The other one's a miss.
All right.
So the one that hits is going to do 7 piercing damage to you. And we are up to Azuri. It is your turn.
You don't mind.
Yeah.
I just want to, when after we both miss each other and he's sitting there, I go, Good job, Lucar. Keep that force field up. They can't. Neither one of us can get through it.
Nice.
It's a Warhammer 14 to hit. Does that hit the guy in front of me?
That is a miss.
Okay.
These guys have some pretty solid AC. And we're back to Astrid. It's Astrid's turn.
She turns around to look at you guys and says, "Hey, you guys aren't doing so well. Watch this." And she points a wooden finger at the leader of them.
Here we go.
And negative energy courses through the boss creature. The creature must take a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Here we go. Oh shit, that's a 19.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
So it's only going to take half of this. I need to have I can't roll all these dice, so hold on a second.
Okay. It's gonna ask the AI robot.
That's right. Weren't we talking earlier about not using physical dice?
All right. It takes half of 68 points of damage. So
Holy cow.
34 points of damage is
okay.
As the finger of death goes through this bone knight.
So as the energy goes through this knight, like you see he goes like he's like and he flexes, his hands raised in the air like he's gonna do something really evil and mean, and then he just kind of like his whole body convulses as he just drops to the ground, dead. Just dead. The other 3 are like, "Oh shit!" And just like when they look and they're like, "What the hell is that?" Like they never even noticed. They never even realized there was a little puppet wandering around doing shit, and now they're even more freaked out. And then Astrid goes, "See, Luke, that's how you do it, man. You can do it. I believe in you. You just gotta work a little bit harder. Just keep throwing those spells, man. You'll get it." And it's back to Kashan.
All right, so dude dropped dead.
Oh yeah, number 1 is gone. He's a dead deal.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm. We
like,
2, 3, and 4.
I look at the rest of them like, do you want to join your buddy, or do you want to, what do you want? What do you want to do here?
That's a force finger for Nikki.
The one.
I'm gonna let you walk away now. This is your only chance.
And after you say that, just because Astrid goes, yeah, what he said. Listen to this guy. He'll kill every last one of you.
And at this point, reluctantly, but kind of, I put up my fist to give a fist bump to Astrid.
She says, boop. She boops.
And then I will hold an action and I will make with a stab if anybody tries to come close to me to stab.
Okay.
That's my turn.
So number two looks at.
Also, I do want to lay some hands on myself. So
okay.
You need some time alone.
Yeah, right. You're like, oh.
Just like, yeah.
like man, what a great level up. So number two looks at, because now number two is number one, essentially, because now he was the one that was like second in command of this little group, right? But for the sake of initiative, he's still number two, and he kind of looks at his the other two guys in the group, looks at all you guys, and kind of scans for a second, and then looks down at Astrid, just kind of makes this face like just a horrified face, and the die will decide if they stay or go. 1 through 10, they stay. They go. And he just goes, he's like, fuck, screw this, fellas, man. We're out of here. This is some bullshit. This isn't worth it. We can roll over some namby-pamby little punks. We don't need this bullshit. And they start to storm away.
As they're running off, Skogar takes a little pouch of his off his belt. This one will be red, and throws it at
nice.
The number two guy.
Okay.
And I call
right. An 18 to hopefully connect.
Actually, at the number two guy, it actually does. So you actually get pain on him.
All right.
Velma calls after them. Wait, you forgot my wallet. And I just wave my decoy wallet in the air, just taunting them.
They don't come back. They just keep going, and they are gone.
When it gets to Astrid's turn in initiative order, the guy that she felled wakes up as a zombie and is now under Astrid's control.
Oh, that's amazing. For how long?
Permanently.
Okay,
but he's going to have to clean up because he's starting to smell.
Oh, this is great. So now, so Astrid has the Bone Knight zombie pet.
A humanoid killed by the spell rises at the start of your next turn as a zombie that is permanently under your command, following your verbal orders to the best of its ability.
So let's play this out for a second. So the fight's over. You guys are all like kind of regaining your composure. And Kashan, you can, if you haven't already, take the time to get your level up situated. And Astrid looks at the Bone Knight, and just kind of like she's standing there tapping her foot, and she's looking at like a watch that's not on her wrist, and she's just looking, twiddling her wooden thumbs, and she's like, it's like, Luke, any minute this thing's gonna come up, and he's gonna be mine to boss around. But I mean, I can give him to you. I don't really need him.
No, I figured maybe you can just focus your attention on him and not me. Like, that would be great. You've got another zombie to boss around rather than me.
I mean, you're not a zombie. You should think much more highly of yourself.
Right, I can think for myself. I appreciate you agreeing with that.
I mean, you're the future king, for goodness sake. I mean, come on now.
What's that now?
I mean,
future
so all the more reason to get practice with this little zombie guy.
Wait, what was that? Future king?
He'll protect you. Don't worry about that. That's minor detail. Just seriously, like, give it a shot. I'll tell him that you're his boss, and you can control him and make him do stuff. It'll be fun.
I've already got enough to, like, you saw in that fight. I'm really having a hard time concentrating on my spells. I think, like, I have a feeling I'm not a good multitasker. So maybe you should just worry about the zombie. Plus,
she just shakes her head. She's like, okay, fine. And then she taps the bone knight on its shoulder, and it rises up, and it's like, and it pulls like its hood down, and it's got like this really cool like bone mask on it. And so and then Astrid does a really quick lore dump with you guys and basically tells you that this is a group of like former bone knights that were part of the Order of the Onyx Skull that just left the order, and they were just roaming the lands and just robbing and taking whatever they wanted to, and but this guy, she said, but this guy here, he's gonna work for us now, so he's gonna help us out until we're bored of him, and then we can get rid of him.
Yeah, but
cool?
I like totally want that bone mask when we get rid of him. That thing's
Skogar, you can have him if you want him. I'll give him to you.
I just want the mask. That thing's really cool.
Okay. I see everyone wants to make me do the hard work. That's fine. It's okay. And so then she walks over and she climbs up on the bone knight and sits on his shoulder. She's like pats him on his head. It's like, all right, big guy, let's move out. And he just starts walking, like doesn't make any noise or anything. He's just walking, and Astrid's on the shoulder, and you guys can proceed down the trail if you'd like to continue towards Shadukar. Does that sound good?
Sweet.
Excellent. All right. So let me give you. We're not going to use. We'll have a little bit of visuals here a little bit later. I'm going to drop some lore on you. Actually, what I will do is I'll put up the world map just for a nice little taste of where it's located again, just as a reminder to y'all. So many maps. Right. Please bear with me. One moment. Where'd you guys go? You guys are right there. Okay. So if we zoom in a bit here, you guys were traveling up this path from Olaf to Shadukar along the waterfront, where you could see the dead gray mist to the right of you from the Mournland, and you are pretty much on the outskirts of Shadukar, and there's a little bit of info that I can tell you. So it's called the Jewel of the Sound. It was once a beautiful city in Thrain overlooking the Sound and bounded to the south by what is now known as the Burntwood. It was captured and subsequently destroyed over 100 years before the Morning. An army held the city hostage against a Thrainish siege for months before completely destroying the city in their withdrawal. It was rebuilt, and some Thrains consider the place cursed. It has still gained back some of its former glory as a vibrant town filled with many high-quality products, services, and people, and a very large tabaxi population that also lives there, because they found it to be a safe haven for them where they can hide out. There was a great cleansing that took place thanks to clerics, a group of clerics from southern Brayland. But there's still like a seedy underbelly that exists within this town, and that's where you're going to be able to find out a lot of the information that you need to find out. So it's it's a cool rustic place. There's like lively markets, artisans, and merchants. There's a ton of tabaxi merchants and everything all scattered about as you slowly begin to walk into the town. And I guess so they're the tabaxi are integral members of this community, and they're welcomed for their general attitude and appreciation of the freedom that they have. and they add a unique bohemian flair to Shadukar as a whole, and really enriching the environment. So it's not just like this like tired, worn out, small, small city or large town on the waterfront. And yeah, so where do you think you might be able to find, like, where do you think you could go to find out information? What sort of place do you think you could look for to find more info on Kashan's quest? Any thoughts?
I mean,
Was I given a name at all or information? I thought I was given a clue.
Yeah, you were given Cousin Vinny.
Cousin Vinny, that's right.
Vincenzo.
That's right. Cousin Vinny.
Yep.
That's what Joe Cash said.
Mm-hmm. That is what he said.
Oh man. I guess Cousin Vinny.
It's a deck of cards, right? Is there a casino nearby?
There's not actually a casino in Shadukar. There's a couple taverns as you approach, like, let me show you this other map here. So you pass through, we'll kind of forward just a touch, right, where you pass through a lot of the markets and stuff. And as you start to get to the edge of where the markets are, you start to notice that you're heading towards the waterfront. And you can see that there's some taverns along the waterfront. One specifically that there's a couple that look interesting. One is a place where the sign on it says, on the outside says not a bar, and it says not a bar tavern. And then the other one is called Big Little Bar, and there's a sign that is like, so it says Big Little Bar on a mounted sign, but then there's a sign swinging under it, and it says Halfling owned and operated. And those are the two places you see.
Let's go with the not a bar tavern.
Okay. So is everybody going? You going to split up? What's the thought?
We can split up. That'd be fine too.
Let's see. We'll go around the virtual room. Lissa, where are you going? Which
I
bar?
wanted to go to not a bar.
Okay. I'm gonna write down who goes where. So not is Lissa, and then Kashan, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah.
Where's Azuri going?
Azuri's following Lissa.
Okay. Lukar, where are you going?
What's the other choice besides not a bar?
It's called Big Little Bar, and it's signed underneath that says Halfling owned and operated.
Ah, well, there you go. My people.
All right, so you're going
I'm sure
there.
I'm sure they got a good stew or shepherd's pie or some sort of.
Exactly. Yes,
meal.
exactly.
So,
exactly.
just like mom egg.
Yeah, cool. So you're gonna go into there. All right. Skogar, where are you going?
Yeah. I can see Lukács on the trail. Look at him. It's like a hound dog. I'm gonna go get something good to eat with him.
Okay. And that leaves you, Velma. Where are you going?
I don't know why, but I feel like I should follow Azuri.
That's probably good. He probably could use a little extra support. I think that makes sense. And then Astrid's like, hey Luke, wait, hold on. So I'm thinking I can go with you, or I guess I guess if you don't want me around, I guess I can stay out here with and hang out in the shadows with my guy here. But I mean, it'd be kind of cool if you didn't mind if I came in with you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can come with me.
Okay. And then she taps she goes like tap 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 on the head of the zombie, and she just kind of makes like points around a couple times, and then she hops off and stands next to you, and the zombie just goes, just kind of like walks over like and just kind of sort of blends into the shadows. And it is so yeah, let's see. I suppose we could, you know what? Let's start with Kashan, we're gonna start with you in the Nada bar. So
All right.
So you walk in, and it's the not you've entered the Nada Bar Tavern, and as you walk in, you see it is a very nicely it's well lit, nicely kept up tavern. It looks a lot neater than some other establishments you've been in. And it seems very warm and welcoming and bright in there. And there's a bartender, and you think, like, I don't know, would Kashan know what a fear bulg is?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, you see a creature behind the bar that looks like a fear bulg, for the sake of just a visual. So he's kind of a little taller, a little husky, just slinging drinks. And there's a handful of folks at the bar. There's a couple tables where some people are sitting, and everybody's just eating some food. You know, it's really just a very stereotypical chill tavern environment. There's some faint music in the background and a nice roaring fire in the back. And yeah, what would you like to do? You see a couple, like two servers running around serving food and stuff, and then there's a bartender.
Yeah, I'll sit up at the lay myself up at the bar, order a nice let me get, do you have any elven whiskey? I know it's kind of weird. Like, it's not normally a thing, but like I found it in a few places. I was wondering, it seems like a metropolitan, well-to-do kind of urbane place where, some elven whiskey might be found.
You say you want hello, you want elven whiskey.
Yeah, I know. I'm, like, if you don't have it, I understand. It's a rarity, but I've been looking all over for this.
I mean, I have one bottle. Not many people drink. It's rather old.
You know what? I hear it ages well, just like an elf. So let's I'll take it.
Is fair. I suppose 5 silver. I get you. Neat, cold, ice, warm.
Let's put it on some ice. A nice ice spring, spring water ice. That'd be great.
You want big hipster ice ball or just a simple cube?
Hey, I think I was pretentious enough ordering the Elven whiskey. We'll just go with the cube. All right.
Problem. Yeah, very, yes.
I mean, I already feel like I'm sticking out here, but I don't want to cause too much of a scene. All right.
You're smart for a weird golden boy. And he goes and he turns around and he grabs a bottle from way up high, pulls it down. And he's like, and you see him, like, you see his body kind of like he sighs, and then he pulls out a pocket knife and he's cutting the wax off the top of the bottle, and he's like wiping the dust off the bottle, and he's like blowing on it, and like picking the wax off the edge of the bottle and stuff. And then he takes a rag and he wipes it off to make sure no wax gets in your drink. And then he grabs a glass and he's a nice smoky glass, and he puts some ice cubes in it, and he does this whole thing. And then he takes, like, you see him reach over into this, and he pulls out like a peel, like a citrus peel of some kind. And then he scorches it, blows it out, wipes the rim, throws it in the glass, and hands it to you.
Oh, a true expert. I knew I came to the right place.
So, well, we are tavern and not bar after all. So it is, we have a certain, how you say, appearance, I guess, to make. Should I help your friends that are just standing weirdly behind you and not saying anything?
Yeah, guys, it's on me. What do you want? What would you like? I mean, anybody, I got the whole bottle. So if anybody wants an Elven whiskey, let me know.
Hey, I'm not going to turn down free. So yeah,
And he looks at you. The bartender looks at
I'm
you.
in
and
college.
goes, "You look like you want ice ball." And he gets the glass and puts a big ice ball in it. Does the same thing with the citrus peel and stuff, and gets you a drink. And he points at you. He points at you, Lissa, and he's like, "Oh, bird, big bird, not allowed in not bar."
Oh, no problem. Big Wing, I gotta put you away for. I'll let you back out when we get out. Okay?
Check this out.
All right.
This is cool. Check this out.
It makes this really loud screeching noise, which like half the tavern just turns around and is like what the
Melissa's
hell?
like, no, shh, just calm down. And then she gets out her mage sphere ball and asks Big Wing to go inside.
This is so cool. Check this out. This is so cool.
Right as it's about to go inside, it goes, and it's like, and then it's like, and it coughs out a little chunk of hair off of one of the bone knights, and then as the sphere opens, Big Wing just kind of goes and goes into the ball, and everybody in the bar is like, everybody in the tavern's like, and they all just like, they just kind of go back to their food and drinks, and then the bartender looks at you, Kashan, and is like, "Oh, yes, that was that was quite cool. Yes,
Right? I mean, I know how to roll with the right crew here. Let me just tell you.
That's one of those mage ball things. The mage balls.
Mage spheres, but yes.
What is this sphere? It's a mage ball. You see them all. They sell them all over the place around here.
No. That's a discount version. I've got the mainline mage sphere.
She's got the real deal, all right? The original.
So you
Except
have
no substitutes.
So yours is like hipster ice ball, and the other ones are like ice cubes.
Exactly. I guess you could put it that way.
Okay, so you have hipster mage ball. Okay, that is cool. That is very exciting. I think that is good. So what young lady drink? What?
Let me get just a standard whiskey. I don't really want to try the Elven.
I thought you were going to just say ginger beer, and then he gets you a standard whiskey, and he's like, and he puts it in a glass with ice cubes, and you get no little citrus rind or anything, and he just gives it to you, and he's like next time you check sign on outside of door you go into establishment. It clearly states no animals inside.
You're right. I'll definitely do that. Great advice.
But you seem nice. So you enjoy well whiskey, and you tell me how you like it. And then he looks at Azuri, and he's like, and then he looks at Yukishan, he's like this, he points at Azuri, he's like, this one quiet, not say anything. He's starting to kind of creep me out slightly. What is?
I sometimes forget he's here too. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no. Sometimes people make fun of me when I go ahead and speak. So I found that it's actually a better technique to just not say anything.
You want warm milk? What do you want to drink, boy? What can I do for you?
Yeah. No. I think the warm milk did sound good, actually. Yeah.
He goes over and like, you see he's got like a little like a tiny little cooktop over in the corner, and he's like kicks it on, he gets some milk, and he puts it on there on a low simmer. And he's like, oh, that take a minute, but trust me, it sounds silly, but this will be good milk. It will settle stomach. It will relax. It is good for soul.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't relax too much, I'm good with that. Yeah,
I mean, it will help you sleep later, but it doesn't. I mean, sleep for you. You don't dream anyway, right? So it matters not to you.
What do you mean? I have plenty of very normal
Dreams. Yeah.
I don't know that I believe that, but okay, I get your milk will be ready in a moment. And so fast forward to a moment later, and your milk is ready and hands you milk. So all of you are going to have your beverages. Kashan, before I flip to the other group, would you like to address this bartender in any way about anything?
I mean, I guess I'm just gonna, casually mention that I'm looking for my cousin Vincenzo.
Oh, you know Chenzo, do you?
I mean, he's my cousin Vinny. What can I say? I heard he was around these parts, and I'm new in town, or at least wondering where I could find him.
He just are you blood cousin, or are you know him like nickname cousin?
I mean, I've never met the man. Nicknames all around.
Friend of friend, safe. Go see this
Friend
person.
of friend, yeah. Joe Cash, my
find
friend.
Find things and do stuff. Oh, you know Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into him at the last my last stop. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Joe. He's come here. He's come here on occasion. He's good. He's good customer. He tips well when he comes here. He's a nice cat man. He's nice. I like him.
Yeah, he seemed good folk.
You know him. If you get well with him, I think we'll be okay. I see what I can tell you to. Let me help this customer. I see what I can do to help you. And then
thanks so much. And I drop a gold on the table on the bar for him.
He takes it so smoothly without you barely even notice that he moved his hand to grab it. That's how quick. He doesn't let tips sit on the bar.
Well, that's better. How quick I put it down, so it's all good.
So he does that, and then we're gonna cut over to the big little bar where it's the Lucar and Skogar show. So as you walk into this big little bar. So let me give you some fun descriptions here. The Big Little Bar is a destination for many of the city's more diminutive dwellers to revel and relax in a space built with their size in mind. With a ceiling just under 5 feet high, any guest who can't easily walk through the 4-foot big small door is going to be immediately directed around the back to the small big entrance. So Lucar, you and Astrid walk in no problem. Skogar, you get to the door, and there's a guy by the door, a halfling, and he's like, Hey man, you got to go to the back. You got to go around the back, man. We can't fit you through the front. You got to go around the back.
Yeah, it's like up to my kneecaps. What's up with this?
I mean, did you see the sign? Halfling, owned and operated. We specialize. Go around the back. We got you. We got you. You got to go around the back, though. Okay.
He does such.
Okay. So as you go around the back, you see there's a door, and above it says small big entrance. And then as you get to the door, as you get to the entryway, you see this guy standing there, and he's like, well, hello, patron. You're rather tall. Would you like to come have some drinks and some food here?
Yeah, I absolutely would. Is there another door? Because I still have to duck under that one.
He says, well, it doesn't really work that way. I'd have to I got to send you through the B small hall, and it's going to make you a little bit smaller and a little bit shorter, but you'll be able to get in. You'll be able to eat some food. Everything else will stay the same. You'll just be a little bit shorter while you're here, and then you'll go out the right door, and you'll be back to normal size. No problem.
Okay, so it's like I go in, I'm half the size, so like that's half the drink, half the food, so it's like half the price, right?
It's halfling priced. Yeah, that's halfling priced. If that's what you mean. Oh, come on, right this way. And he motioned you down the hallway.
What is going on?
And then as you walk through, so Lucar, you see from the other side a halfling-sized Skogar come walking into the bar. And so you guys are like at the same height as Skogar. You come up to Lucar, and you're at the same height as him.
Hey, Skogar, nice to see eye to eye for once.
Yeah, man. What the hell happened?
Now you know how the other halfling lives.
I guess, man. This is like a whole different perspective on life, but it seems pretty normal in here. Okay.
So
I hope I don't get too drunk.
So halfling Skogar and regular halfling Lucar are over by the bar. And there's this really cute bartender. She's behind the bar. And she sees you, Skogar, and she's like, "Hey, handsome, you look kind of fun. What can I get for you?"
Yeah, I'm pretty fun. It hits a spot. You have a warm glass of milk.
She's like, "No problem. You want that? You want that spiked, or you want it regular?"
Oh yeah, put like half of it with some whatever the house special is.
So she's like, and you see her like she's whirling around crazy behind the bar. And then Lucar, could you do a perception check as you're kind of like scanning the area?
Oh yeah, easily fast.
Okay.
It's if you need the actual number is dirty 20.
Yeah. So as you roll that dirty 20, you see a towards not the back from where Skogar came from, but on the other side of the bar, you see a door, like it's jutting out from the wall, and a sign up above it that says Jerky Pit with an arrow pointing down.
Jerky Pit.
Yeah, Jerky Pit downstairs is what you see on a big sign.
Has the bartender come up to? I know she came up to Skogar, but can we place an order?
She's just finishing up the drink for Skogar, and she hands it to him. She's like, "Here you go, handsome. This will knock you on your little halfling ogre, half ogre, halfling quarter, half ogre, quarterling, whatever. Yeah, this will knock you on your butt. Here." And she hands it to you, and it vaguely looks like milk. But it's like kind of brown because there's a bunch of liquor in it. and it's like it's just above, it's like warm to hot as she hands it to you. And then she looks at you, Lucar. It's like, "Oh, hey, what can I do
I'd
for you?"
like I'd like an ale, and I think my buddy here and I would like to eat. Do you have any menus, or can you tell us what you got? And I saw that sign over there. Is that Jerky Pit like a pit full of like beef jerky and turkey jerky and other types of jerky? Because we might just want to dive in there.
She's like, "Oh man, let me tell you, that's what makes Big Little Bar so cool. So in the basement, we've got it's an all you can eat jerky pit. And you just saddle up to it. You get yourself sat on a nice, comfortable mat, and you lean over, and you just eat jerky, and it's great."
Yeah, I worry my buddy and I here might put you out of business, but if it's all you can eat, but sign us up, man.
I mean, don't worry about it. It's we can cover it. We can cover it. And then she's like, "Okay, so what you're gonna want to do?" She's like, "Well, hold on." And she gets the ale and hands you the ale. And then she's like, "All right, she's like, that'll be 5 silver for the ale."
Yep.
And then she takes the 5 silver. She's like, "Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go downstairs and you want to ask for Jerome. Okay?
Yep.
Jerome's the guy. He takes the money. He gets you set up with your seat. They only do a couple people at a time. There might be a little bit of a line. There might not be. It depends. There hasn't been too many people going down there. It's been kind of chill. we've been doing more business up here today, but some days, man, some days we crank out the clientele down there. They come up full and happy, and it's great. It's a good time. There's a lot of hunting on the outskirts of the Burntwood around here, and so we get a lot of really really great rare meats that are only found in this region that we turn into jerky, plus the standard like the cow and the turkey and that kind of stuff too. It's a nice mix. I think today it's all birds. So we got like some turkey, some chicken, some like a lot of different that kind of stuff. I think
my buddy Skogar and I would like a little bit more. I think we'd like some rare meat and maybe not just some birds. Like you know how it is, but we'll give it a try.
I mean, go tell Jerome. I'm sure he can figure something out for you guys. He's good like that.
All right.
He's got skills. And like Astrid looks up at you and she's like, jerky, huh? All right. Well, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna hang out. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm just gonna kind of hang out up here and look around and see what people are up to and kind of scope the scene out, make sure everything's kosher up here, huh?
Yeah, the jerky would definitely not be kosher, I would imagine.
Yeah, I would agree. So she just like say, no. And then she looks at you and she goes like this. She points to the heads and she's like, if I need you, I'll call you. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
And she goes, I really am your friend, buddy.
I know you are.
And she just kind of,
I'm just mulling over that whole king thing.
It's like, it'll make sense. So it'll make sense eventually. It'll all clear up. It'll all make sense. Everything will be great. And she just kind of walks away. And she's like kind of like checking things out, looking around, like sneaking looks on tables and stuff, seeing if anybody's playing any games or anything. And so then you head, so Skogar, are you going to head down with Lucar down to the jerky pit?
Skogar looks over at Lucar and says, yeah, I could gorge. I could totally gorge myself. I'm down.
I knew you could.
See, because now you've got that halfling hunger in you, Skogar. Now you fully understand what it's like to be Lucar.
Yeah, you're like, don't get hungry until you have a drink. Okay, this stomach thing, I understand that now.
So I'm gonna take a second to grab a very quick bio break, and then we're gonna bounce back though over to the Not a Bar Tavern where Kashan and the team are but I'll be right back.
Well, and I'm gonna be closing up the labs here. So yeah. If I'm not back, let's see, what will Azuri be doing? Just so you guys can let him know. He is, after he finishes the milk almost too quickly, he's going to sit there awkwardly and like play with his mug. Like really awkward, sit there and like he's going to get the mug and like try to tip it on like right on its corner and balance it almost.
Oh.
And at one point he will knock it over and it's going to be a thing. We'll see if that'll happen by the time I get back. But yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to go close up the labs.
I'll role play the mug.
I love it.
Lucar and Skogar are like making their way down to the guy. Skogar goes, yeah, the shovel here, look, it's shrunk in my pack. It's like just like a really large spoon now. This should work. We can get like tons of jerky with this.
Well, the little stirring straw, I've consumed the entire whiskey, and now I'm just kind of like slurping through that tiny straw. And the bartender like...
All right, so...
in no uncertain terms, tells me to knock it off. It's not what we do here.
So we're back. You're back at the... we're back at the Not a Bar Tavern. And what's going on?
I want to retcon just a bit and do an insight check when Jack, what's his name now?
Kashan.
Kashan.
Name dropped cousin Vinny
Okay.
I would like to see just what kind of reaction the bartender had, as if
Sure.
just some Vinny is just a name, or if he's an actual person to this bartender.
That's some insight going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
19.
So you see that with that insight check, you can see that you can tell that the bartender knows about Vincenzo, and when he was sighing before about it, like he's Vincenzo makes him visibly uncomfortable, and he doesn't really like to interact or talk about him, and that's what you can tell from your 19.
Okay. So from that, I am going to assume that word is not going to get back to Cousin Vinny from this bartender, although other people may have been eavesdropping.
That is a safe assessment. So,
And now I'm slurping and I've been rebuked.
all right. And yeah, what's next? What do you guys want to do? Kashan, any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm just like waiting around for the connections to come through. Basically, drinking the whiskey, taking a look around, see if anybody's playing any cards.
You see like one table towards the back, they're just playing a standard card game, throwing down some coin. You can see from where you are though that it's just a regular deck of cards, nothing special. And bartender helps the customer and comes back over to you. He's like, how are you doing? You need more drink?
I'm good. Like the bottle's still good. Apparently my friends aren't a big fan. My friend Azuri here points to Azuri awkwardly playing with his mug. He might need some more milk.
Yeah, and can you grab me a coffee as well?
How many tabaxi are in the bar?
There's about like a half a dozen hanging out, milling about.
So there's not too meowny?
No, not too meowny.
Oh no.
And
they're all hanging together, or are they just interspersed?
No, they're interspersed. So he goes, he heats up more milk, pours it into Zuri's glass, and he's like, "Wow, this your friend's so quiet. He says 5 words and says nothing else. He does not want to talk to anybody. Just wants to drink milk. It's going to bother his gastrointestinally. Just keep drinking so much milk. You want coffee? You want just what? What kind?
A shot of espresso, and you can pour.
Now you want espresso? He's
Well, yeah, I think that would be best. That would be great if you got some of that.
I wish I have a hot version of hipster ice cube for this espresso bullshit you asked
Well,
for.
I've seen some restaurants that put some like a little dollop of cream on top. That would be really sweet.
Get oat milk. What about oat milk?
He's like no. He's like no. Milk that does not come from animals, not milk. It is no.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
I refuse to carry that in my tavern.
Oh, apologies. Maybe it should be a bar tavern.
Unacceptable.
Maybe it should be a bar tavern.
So how do you make pina colada without
take back the rest of elf whiskey that you say you like so much? How you like that then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the elf whiskey.
You have smart jokes.
It's got a flavor of lilac. Have you ever had it? Have you ever had it?
No, I don't want no elf whiskey.
See, I think
who wants flavor of flowers and whiskey? And
a lot of people say that.
He walks away and he's like, and he like reaches underneath and pulls up this dusty ass espresso machine that's just been sitting under his bar. He's like, shakes his head, he wipes it all off, and he's getting everything prepped, and he's like, he's steaming some milk and everything, and he's just like, and he's muttering, he's like, oat milk. bunch of shit things I do for a customer. And he's just like he's making your drink. And he
So,
comes back
Kashan,
and there's like this like super detailed like design and foam and stuff on the top of the drink. And he's like, here,
Oh my goodness, this is amazing.
good enough for you and your fancy mage ball.
Beyond my wildest dreams.
And then he's like, okay, good. And he's like he's wiping down, cleaning up stuff. Velma, you were gonna say something.
Kashan, there's only a handful of tabaxi here. What should we find out if any of them know about Vincenzo?
I mean,
Or do you think that would be too forward?
I thought my bartender friend here would be. I think we kind of got off on the wrong. Yeah, let's head over to them. See what's going on.
So you go to head over to mingle a little bit, and we're gonna cut back over to Lucar and Skogar and Halfling Skogar going into the jerky pit. So as you go downstairs and you see there are 4 other people down there. There's 2 employees and then 2 appear to be patrons, and they're sitting back in chairs and they're just their hands like rubbing over their stomach, and they're just lean back like, oh, and they just look so happy. And it's like a small, it's like this, like, it almost looks like a fire pit kind of, right? But it's like with this like circular stone wall. And then you see there's like a few mats like scattered around, like just positioned around the outside of the pit wall. And as you walk down, someone, an employee comes up to you, a halfling, says, oh, hey there, are you here for the all you can eat jerky pit?
Indeed we are. You must be Jerome.
Well, matter of fact, I am. Yeah, that's great. So you pay attention then. That's awesome. Great. Yeah. So just it's 10 silver, and it's all you can eat, man. Much as you can, and you can take breaks, but once you leave the mat, then you're done. That's the deal.
Got it.
You can't leave the mat.
So
I
it's
just
like-
have to warn you that I am not only the winner of the Windshire Fair pie eating contest, but I was also able to recently devour a 96 ouncer at.
You're the one that ate the old 96er.
Yeah, exactly. And
that was like just the other day.
It was. Word travels fast, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to tell you that, I know this is a halfling-owned business, and I'd hate to see my friend and I sort of run you out of business, but I can tell we're a little peckish, and I think we're going to do some damage to this jerky pit.
How us halflings are, how we do. We got you covered.
Got it. Now, I heard that the specials today were bird jerkies. My friend Skogar here, I think he likes a little something meatier, if you know what I mean. Any chance we could
goes like
mix in
this.
some something unusual? You got us?
He points a finger at his nose and points at you, and he goes, I got Chad. He's like, Chad, get some of the fancies from the back. And he's like, you got it. And he goes to the back, and he comes back up, and he's like, got it. He has this big sack over his shoulder, and he goes over to the pit, and he opens the sack up and dumps it out. And he's like, I see. And he's like looking at it and pointing. He's like, we got some boar in there. And we got some, I think there's a little bit of, might be a few pieces of unicorn in there. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff in here. This is a good wild batch. It's good stuff.
I like a good smorgasbord. All right.
So
here you go.
Yeah. So Jerome says, here, pick a mat, get comfy. And he points to both of you, like, and kind of sets you up at your individual mats. And
all right, let's go.
Is there like a timer? It's like a competition, no? Okay, just as
Like-
much as you can eat. All right,
He's
I like it.
it's not a time, like, I mean, after like if you're still here for like a couple hours, like we're probably gonna like kind of move you along a little bit, because that's kind of taking advantage. I mean, it's really honor system, all you can eat kind of vibes around here. I mean, we're all the same people, right? I mean, well, you're kind of the same people, I guess, right? You went through the little big door, didn't you?
Yeah, too late.
Yeah.
He's already got. He's
So-
already just grabbed
You're-
a big hunk of the boar jerky.
So you're eating boar jerky, and you are having a great time. And then Lucar, I'm assuming you're starting to eat as well.
Yeah, definitely.
That's great. So yeah, like, so both of you feel like you feel like this. It's like it's a mild dizziness just from like the high of like the flavor of everything, because it just tastes so fresh and so like tender, and it's just really high quality jerky. Could each of you make a charisma save for me, please?
Charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to go well. That's a 4.
Okay.
Mine is higher than that, but not a lot. I think seeing me down on my hands and knees with my face filled full of jerky lowered my charisma some. Actually, no, it's a 14.
Okay. So Skorgar, we'll start with you first. So you rolled a 4.
Oh yeah.
So you pause and you look up and you look over at Lucar, and you're just like, oh man, this jerky is so good. And you just like, you jerky like hanging out of your mouth, and you just crash, and just like something about the warm milk and the liquor and the jerky just makes you like crash, and you pass out. So you're leaning like on the pit with jerky hanging out of your mouth, and you're like, you just start snoring, because as the jerky is like the jerky that's not like getting eaten is falling out of your mouth. And Lucar, you look up.
As he does that, right before he passes out, Skogar goes, "Oh, all right, I'm thinking now. By the way, oat milk gives me really bad gas."
and because in this part all they have is oat milk. and Lucar, so as you eat like, so you're eating the jerky, and your dizziness actually like increases, and as you like, but you're still like, you're hungry, and you're just like, you're just so happy, and it tastes so good. And then you like, your eyes start to close, and you feel your head like when you're starting to feel like you're trying to fight falling asleep. You
Yeah.
feel your head like fall forward, like your eyes close, and your head falls forward, and then you're like, huh, and you snap yourself out of it. And you see you are in a room. You are by yourself, and you're like, and as you your eyes start to regain focus, and you see like there is some like some bars, like a cell door bars,
Okay.
like in front of you, and you're on a stool, and and you see that you're in a cell. The walls are like really colorful, and there's like the cell bars, they call these like funky colors and stuff, and there's like, you can see like there's like some like flower petals like kind of ground into the floor scattered around you, and you awaken, and you're in a cell in a place that does not look familiar to you at all. and that is we're gonna put a pin in that.
Interesting.
And then we're gonna go back to you, Skogar. And Skogar, you feel like this tiny like smacking like on your face. And you open your eyes and you see Astrid's like smacking your face, and she's right in front of you, and she's like, Skogar, wake the fuck up, Skogar.
You gotta try this.
And she grabs you by your head, by your hair, and pulls your face up, and she's like, where is Luke? He's gone.
He was on that mat right there in front of me.
He's gone.
Right,
and then
right next to this unicorn meat, and he grabs
and
another hawk and takes another bite.
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, the first one was high. It is a 9.
Okay. You notice that the employee Jerome that helped guide you into your spots is gone. He's not there. And Astrid's like, shit. He's gone. Shit, he's gone.
He's probably in the can.
He's not in the can. The can's upstairs. He never came upstairs, Skogar. It's been like an hour. He's gone. This is not good. This is so not fucking good. And she goes over and she looks around and she's like, and she's like feeling the mats and stuff and checking everything out. And she's like, son of a bitch. And she's like, we gotta go to the other bar now. Come on.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to get charged for another hour anyways. So, yeah, that's fine.
And she grabs you.
Like 3 more pieces of meat. Yeah, I'm coming.
She grabs you, and like for some reason you feel how incredibly strong she is. And then she's like, and Luke are cutting back to you really quick, like you hear like a really, really faint voice in your head, and it's like and you can tell it's Astrid, but it's like you can barely make out her voice.
Yeah.
She's like trying to call you.
I don't know where I am. Come find me. I'm in a jail.
Tell me what does it look like?
It's a really weird psychedelic jail. Lots of colors.
She's like, it's like, son of a bitch. And you swear you hear her say Feywild as her voice cuts away. And so she grabs you, Skogar, and you run out, and like as she rushes you through the hall, and you come out and you grow back up, you grow to full size really quick, and it's so sudden that you stop and you lean over and you hurl. You puke because it's just so disorienting for like a second. And she's like, it's like, God, it smells like jerky and freaking oat milk. What the hell did you drink?
Don't worry, I got some more.
It's like, at least you didn't get any on me. Jeez, we gotta go over to the Nada bar. So now an hour has passed, right? So let's go back to Kashan and the gang really quick. So within that hour, what do you think you guys would have done?
I'd probably make small talk with the Tabaxi about Cousin Vinny, about the deck, just not being like obvious about it, but just kind of like dropping in casual conversation here and there. Okay. Just making our way around the room to see if we gather any stuff like that.
So you find
I know
out,
cats don't have much in the way of displaying emotion, but I would be either perception or insight watching every time Vinny is mentioned.
Okay. So you find out that anybody that's told you anything about Cousin Vinny, they all refer to him. They all look at you weird when you say Cousin Vinny, and they speak of him as Vincenzo, and they say, oh yeah, Vincenzo. I played at a table with him a couple days ago over in Flamekeep. He likes to hang out at a place called the Barcino. It's in Flamekeep. It's the capital city here. He's just on the other side of the water. Maybe. I mean, that's where you could probably find him. He likes to hang out there.
Well, thank you so much for that. Feel like
and
I'm
he said, I
hunting
don't know
snipes.
about any like weird cat deck thing you're talking about. I just know that's where he hangs out. He likes to play a lot of games with a lot of eccentric folks though. So maybe one of them might have a cat deck or something. It's quite possible. I've seen weirder things. And that's
Very
the kind
good.
of and that's the kind of stuff that you're being told. And as you're being told that, that's when like abruptly Astrid storms in through the door. Like you see this door open really abruptly and you don't see anybody. And then you see Skogar coming from behind probably. And he's probably like, I'm coming. Like, as he's still trying to get himself like oriented.
Is he full size Skogar?
Oh, he is. He
Okay.
is. And Astrid comes up to Astrid comes up to you, Lissa. And she's like, and as right as she's about to come up to you though, your amulet, your mage breeder amulet
Yeah.
starts to glow and make this humming noise.
Oh. Well, that's weird.
Are you gonna do anything with it? You just gonna like
Nah.
just gonna let it hum?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's just humming. And 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 then so Astrid comes up to you and she's like Lissa,
Astrid.
it's fucking bad. Lucar's gone.
What? What do you mean gone? Where did he go?
Those sons of bitches, they took him to Thalanus, which is in this realm of Eberron. Thalanus is the Feywild.
The Feywild?
He's in the Feywild. Those sons of bitches took him. He's in a cell.
Ah, well, we better go get him.
We gotta do something.
Do we?
Thelma.
They're probably going to turn him into jerky.
Oh, we got a walking jerky supply just outside the bar here.
My friend Murphy, and he always said, "Don't mess with the Fae."
But it's Lucar. We gotta help him.
Say, listen, I don't need all of you. I just need some of you. Figure it out. Who wants to go? Who wants to stay? Whatever. I don't give a shit. I gotta get back to Luke. I gotta make sure I gotta get him the hell out of there.
Well, I'm coming with you.
If Lucar's lost, I'm there. I got to make sure that we get him home and we get him safe because he owes me 2 gold.
There it is. I was waiting for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So, as you're hemming and hawing, Lissa, your amulet starts to hum even louder and glow more.
All right. I grab onto it, and
So
I don't know.
So you look at it, and as you look at it, like you connect with like looking at the center of it, right? And then you hear a voice. You hear a voice in your head, and it says, Lissa, we need your help. Our work is being threatened. Come, meet us in the library in Cree in the Elden Reaches. Our next meeting is there.
I send back. Okay, I'll be there.
And it's like, and it says, and you can assess pretty simply that this is likely coming from the same people that were messaging you about joining the mage breeding group.
Yeah.
So they're trying to communicate to you through your amulet.
Oh, neat.
And so as almost like it's like a networking tool, so to speak. So that's where we are going to end for this evening. So where we have ended up is Kashan, you know that your next step, which should lead you closer on your quest, is in Flame Keep. Lucar, you are in a cell somewhere in Atlantis, aka the Feywild. You know not where that is. Lissa, you know that it's not urgent, but you know that whenever their next meeting is, they desperately want you to be there at that specific location.
All right.
And yeah, like Azuri just got some really great warm milk, and Velma just got to spend more quality time hanging out around Azuri.
It was delicious, and I only spilled a little bit on the counter as I was playing with it.
Actually, I did roleplay your mug, and the only roll I did was when it got poured, and it was a 20. It was a critical success. So I do believe you balanced it perfectly.
Nice. Oh, look at the fireworks.
And Lucar, the one thing that you can faintly hear, and we'll end with this. One thing that you can faintly hear is you hear these voices. And it's similar to voices that you've heard once before, and I think it might have been in the first year of school. And there are these voices saying like, not our king, not our king, kind of like not my president, you know?
Yeah.
And they're like, not our king, not our king, not our king. And then you start to hear footsteps coming towards your cell, and that's where we are going to end.
Very cool.
So yeah, little fights, some other stuff. So I guess the one question I would ask is, so Astrid's going to need some people to go with her, and because we can continue a party split if you guys want to split up, because Astrid made it clear she doesn't need everybody to come if you don't want to. So Kashan, quest or figure out how to get to the Feywild.
Yeah, I guess I'm committed to the crew, so I'll go to the Feywild as well.
Okay. Velma?
I'm inexplicably trying to stick around with Azuri wherever he goes. So if he goes back to campus, I guess I'm going to go there.
So
turning back is always an option.
Turning back is always
Azuri,
an option.
So Azuri, are you going to go? You're going to go back to school, or are you going to go to the Feywild?
Well, he doesn't want anyone to get hurt without him, so he's probably going to end up going to the Feywild.
Okay.
But he will protest about it.
Yay!
Skogar needs his money, and we already know Lissa's going. All right, so then it's official.
Yep.
Everybody's going to figure out how to get to the Feywild and
Nice.
and rescue Lucar. Was not expecting a unanimous decision on that. Very good for you, Lucar. You managed to win everybody over.
Yeah, I was expecting a unanimous decision, just not that way.
It'd just be Astrid, like, I got you, man. I'm coming.
Yep.
All right. So
Nice.
yeah, cool. So yeah, that's it for tonight. Hopefully you guys all had a good time, and thanks for playing. And I really loved your background effects, Jonathan, on your Zoom screen. It was wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, one more. There we go.
There it is.
How could you
End the night.
Bad.
Awesome. All right, guys.
All right.
Have a good night.
So cool.
And see
Good
you
night.
next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
See ya.
Holy crap, that was a lot. Lucar is missing, Astrid is freaking out, and thinks he's in Atlantis with the Fae. Velma will not leave Azuri alone, which is also weird. Does this mean that Kashan's quest is over, or just on pause until they get Lucar back? Come back and listen to the next session of Eberron Adventures, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew, and find out what happens. Thanks for listening. Hey there, listeners. Would you like to support the Wednesday Night Crew? as we go on adventures in Eberron, as well as play through other game systems as we have in the past, like Ice Fleet and Alien the role-playing game? If you're interested in supporting us, just go to patreon.com/Eberron Adventures, and then maybe you could be as cool as Jonathan and Andrew, our first two supporters. Once again, that's patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. Donate and get your name in the credits. I mean, that's kind of cool. Anyways, thanks for your support, and as always, we'll see you next week.